Every day I wake up, wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, yes, congratulations to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks beat the San Antonio Spurs 124-113.
Okay.
And they won the NBA Cup. Jalen Brunson was named MVP at 25 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. And also, we got
the New York Knicks should absolutely be in the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
I would hope so.
I mean,
we should have been there last year, but I would
thought
hope
that
so.
last year when we saw Tatum get hurt and Halliburton got hurt for the Pacers. Like, you know, they should make it to the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
Giannis was injured last year. It was our year last year. But
no, I'm talking about now, going into this year.
Oh, this year we should, but we should have did it last year too.
All the people hurt.
Yeah. Now, also, we got to salute Terrence Crawford. He announced he's retiring at age 38. He's hanging up the gloves with a record of 42-0.
Crawford includes bombs to Terrence Crawford, man.
Salute to Terrence Crawford.
One of the greatest boxers I've ever seen. I only doubted that man once in my life.
Yep.
What was that?
When he fought Earl Spence.
You remember? And when he came up here, he sat in Charlamagne's seat and said, I dare you move me.
I wasn't up here.
Oh, was it?
Nah, I just wasn't here then.
Oh, you was on maternity leave. You was on maternity leave. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, that's one of the greatest boxers of our generation.
That's right.
By far.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is Mayweather our generation? I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, we old. I got a couple generations now. When you get to, I'm almost 50. Yeah, I've been around a couple of generations.
Well, both of them. Yeah, Mayweather would be and also Terrence.
I've seen a few generations at this point in my life. I was born in 1978.
Yes, we're old. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Mimi.
Good morning, MB, Charlamagne, Jess. How y'all doing this morning?
Good.
Good morning. I was saying, so we start this morning with a rare behind-the-scenes look at the Trump White House. So in a new Vanity Fair profile, Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, she is offering an unfiltered look at the president, his inner circle, and the decisions driving his second term. So the interviews, they were conducted for the first 11 months of Trump's second term. In the profile, Wiles, she starts with the president and then she moves through his inner circle and some of the administration's most consequential decisions. Now, Wiles, she describes President Trump as having what she calls an alcoholic personality, not because he drinks, but because Trump operates with a belief that there's nothing he can't do. And on the Jeffrey Epstein files, Wiles says Attorney General Pam Bondi, she, quote, completely whiffed the rollout, underestimating how much of Trump's base would care about the documents and how badly the messaging would land. She also acknowledged that Trump's name appears in the Epstein-related records, saying he was on the flight manifest and he had been on Epstein's plane, but insists there is no evidence tying him to any wrongdoing. And as for Elon Musk, Wiles, she called the billionaire, quote, an odd duck. She says he's difficult to manage and referred to him as an avowed ketamine user. She also strongly disagreed with how Musk dismantled major parts of the federal government. And when it comes to tariffs, she described those as thinking out loud. And on Venezuela, she says President Trump wants to, quote, keep blowing up boats until Maduro cries uncle. Now, during this interview, now Wiles, she's now pushing back, claiming that Trump is on a political retribution tour. Oh, she's pushing back on the fact that people are claiming that Trump is on a political retribution tour, but she did carve out one exception, saying that a New York Attorney General, Letitia James, she might be the one retribution, pointing to that roughly $500 million civil lawsuit that James won against Trump. Now, after this profile was published, Wiles accused Vanity Fair of taking her comments out of context and portraying the administration as chaotic. But the journalist behind this story, Chris Whipple, he is standing by his reporting, noting that the interviews, they were recorded over 11 months and that there are audio recordings that exist that will back up each one of these quotes. And the White House, they quickly rallied behind Wiles, and of course, they are calling this fake news. Let's hear what Caroline Levitt and J.D. Vance had to say about this Vanity Fair article.
This is, unfortunately, another example of disingenuous reporting, where you have a reporter who took the chief of staff's words wildly out of context, did not include the context those conversations were had within. And then further, I think the most egregious part of this article was the bias of omission that was clearly present. And we see a lot of this when dealing with the media every day. You know, many people in this building spoke with that reporter, and those comments were never included in the story, probably because it didn't push this false narrative of chaos and confusion that the reporter was clearly trying to push.
Sometimes I am a conspiracy theorist, but I only believe in the conspiracy theories that are true.
Susie and I have joked in private and in public about that for a long time.
You better have those audio clips ready because the Trump administration will sue. And I would like to hear the context as well.
They've already had to play, I think it was the New York Post, who they had to play an audio clip for because someone said, I think it was Weil, she said something didn't happen. I think she said that Elon Musk was microdosing. She said that he did not say that. The New York Times, they called the reporter played that audio clip, and that is in fact what she said.
Wow.
So,
Well, she seems like a very honest chief of staff. So my question is, why is she in the Trump administration with that type of honesty?
Good question. Well, it's not just those quotes that are drawing attention. I don't know if you guys saw those photos, those blurred. They're not even blurred. They're just blown up really big. Those extreme close-ups. They're sparking a lot of talk online with viewers calling those images everything from jarring to a jump scare. But the photographer who took those portraits, he said that they weren't meant to embarrass anyone, but to just strip away the performance of politics and show something even more real. So those photos are making their way on social media and actually trending this morning. So if you haven't seen them, take a look. And turning now to Capitol Hill, where inaction on health care could soon mean higher costs for millions of Americans. So Speaker Mike Johnson, he says Republicans will not allow a vote to extend the enhanced Obamacare subsidies that are set to expire at the end of the year, despite the pressure from moderates who want it to go on the record. Now, Johnson said about a dozen Republicans in competitive districts, they pushed for a vote, arguing it would help lower costs for their constituents, but leadership, they could not come to an agreement. But the House is still expected to vote today on a broader Republican health care bill, but it does not include those ACA subsidies. So that means that those premiums in about 15 days will expire if Congress does nothing. And just on a quick note, on a separate issue, President Trump, he is expected to address the nation tonight at 9 p.m. At the White House, delivering a live primetime speech and expected to touch on issues from border security, the economy, and what's ahead in the coming year. So we will watch that and report on that tomorrow.
He about to lie to y'all and tell y'all that y'all not feeling everything that y'all feeling. Happy holidays.
All right. Well, coming up at 7, one of the biggest apps in the world is trying something new, and it involves your television. We'll tell you what's changing and why it matters in the next hour.
All right. And everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. You can call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get back to some front page news. Now, salute to all the New York Knicks fans. Let's start off with sports. Last night, the New York Knicks won the NBA Cup. They beat the San Antonio Spurs 124-113. Jalen Brunson was the MVP, 25 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. Also, we got to salute to Terrence Crawford. He announced himself retiring. He's 38 years old. He has a record of 42-0. So congratulations to Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford is one of those fighters that you really going to miss when he's gone.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think sometimes when we live within the greatness, like we watch it, you kind of tend to take it for granted. And then when it's over, that's when everybody starts doing their retrospective, like, damn, he really was that dude.
Yeah, the sad thing about I don't want to say the sad thing about Terrence Crawford, but the sad thing about Terrence Crawford is for a lot of casual boxer fans, they just started hearing his name a couple of years ago, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is sad, but he didn't really, I feel, get the light from the casual boxer fans. They just started diving into his career.
Well, he went out on top, you know,
He did.
beating Canelo Alvarez, you know, on Netflix.
He did.
Can't get much bigger than that.
You're right. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy. Jess, Charlamagne, how y'all doing this morning?
Blessed, black, and highly favored. How are you, Mimi?
Good morning. So we start this hour with the latest on the manhunt following that deadly shooting at Brown University. As investigators, they move into day 5 with no suspect in custody. Now, authorities in Providence say they are still searching for the person responsible for the attack that killed 2 students and injured 9 others inside the engineering building on campus on Saturday afternoon. Now, investigators, they released new enhanced images and video yesterday, and they're asking the public to look closely not just at the person's face, but how they move, and in hopes that someone may recognize this individual. Let's listen to what investigators said during that briefing yesterday.
We believe that he was actually casing out this area to commit the crime. That's a pattern that criminals do. You want to focus on the body movements, the way the person moved their arms, the body posture, the way they carry their weight. I think those are important movement patterns that may help you identify this individual, which is extremely important.
Well, police are really leaning on the public and the tips to help find this individual. They say that that person of interest who was detained earlier in the investigation, they have now been cleared. But security analysts say that focus early on that individual may have set the investigation back by as much as a day. Now, authorities believe the shooter spent more than 5 hours in the area before opening fire, possibly casing that location, then disappeared into the surrounding neighborhoods where camera footage is limited. Now, investigators, they are working through hundreds of tips, reviewing new video, and collecting DNA samples from potential leads, suggesting they may have physical evidence, but no match yet in the national database. One victim remains in critical condition this morning, while others are recovering. And of course, classes and exams, they remain canceled.
I honestly be feeling like with all this technology that we have today, they already know who the person is. I just think that they, for whatever reason, they just take their time going to get him. I think just to see what else he is doing, to see if that individual may be connected to others, because with all this technology we have today and everything being under surveillance, they know who this guy is already. I really, truly believe that.
Yeah, and I think because they made a mistake the first time around, that they're being extra cautious this time around before they give, a lot of information to the public on what they do know.
Yeah, it's almost, like Charlamagne said, it's almost impossible to commit a crime nowadays with all the cameras, especially around a college campus. I mean, they can find everything from, most of these stoplights, a lot of these stoplights have cameras and plate readers, so they can find a majority of these things.
Absolutely. We'll continue to watch that. So if you're flying anywhere in the U.S., here's an important update involving airport security and immigration enforcement. Now, according to the New York Times, TSA is now sharing passenger lists with Immigration and Customs Enforcement several times a week. So that means TSA is giving ICE the name of people expected to pass through U.S. airports. ICE then checks those names against its database and against the people it believes are subject to deportation. So if there's a match, agents can be sent to the airport to detain that person. TSA and ICE, they are both part of Homeland Security, and it's unclear how many people have been arrested because of this information sharing, but the paper said that it reviewed documents showing at least one case tied directly to the program. So back in November, a college student headed home to Texas to see her family for Thanksgiving. She was arrested at the airport in Boston, and she was deported just 2 days later. Now, according to her family, she was brought to the U.S. from Honduras when she was 7 years old, and they say that she did not know that she was under a deportation order. And as people get ready to travel for the holidays, it is a reminder that routine domestic air travel is being used as a immigration enforcement checkpoint. That means simply boarding your plane inside the U.S. can now trigger immigration enforcement.
Damn. I didn't even know you get deportation orders.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, to that point, civil rights advocates say this raises concerns about transparency and due process. So whether people really understand the risk of traveling, especially, people who have lived here in the U.S. for years, they may not even realize that their immigration status is unresolved. And so there is no deportation order, really. It's like your name comes up and they come get you. Really, that's what's happening.
That's crazy.
Jess?
Yeah.
Yo, go ahead. Listen.
No, I was just going to say.
Go ahead.
No,
it's crazy because my husband got a call last week, right?
Whoa.
From I swear, from ICE, right?
So he need to hide at my house?
No, listen,
sorry.
Shut up. So he called me. He was like, yeah, you funny. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, yeah, all right. You try to, the ICE joke ain't funny. And I'm like, no. He was like, yo, they're calling people. Like, they're calling people.
They just got to make sure.
No, ain't no make sure nothing. Like, even if somebody is playing on this phone, he thought it was me. It ain't me.
They just got to make sure.
Christopher.
Okay?
Like,
just be careful if y'all doing any traveling over the holidays, okay?
That is so crazy.
That's all I'm saying. All right? Especially with your in-laws. Just be careful, Jess. All right?
Whatever.
Jess will walk off.
Oh, you damn right. Shoot. No.
All right, y'all, switching gears. Would you guys watch Instagram Reels on television, or would you just stick to watching them on your phones? What do you think?
If you're watching TV and they already come up, it's like whatever. Because phone is TV. TV is the phone now.
Well, That's a good point. Because Instagram is now testing a new Instagram for TV app. It's officially bringing Reels to your television screen. So the test is rolling out on Amazon Fire TV devices, letting users who watch those short-form videos on much larger screens. You can stay at home. You can watch it straight from your couch instead of your phone. So the idea is to take those same Reels that you already scroll through on your phone and hook them up to your TV. But Instagram, they are trying to compete with TikTok and YouTube now. So the videos, they won't be reformatted for your television. They'll still play vertically, just on a much larger screen. They'll be 3 minutes or less, and families, they can link up to 5 Instagram accounts to that one TV shared profile. Viewers can browse Reels by interest based. So if you're into sports, music, travel, and you can make it less about endless scrolling and more about what you actually want to watch. So for now, Instagram says the focus is on making the experience feel natural. So they're not adding ads just yet, but it sounds like if this is a hit, that they will start adding some ads to your scrolling. And the expansion, they said they plan to expand to other platforms, not just Amazon, the Amazon Stick, but that is expected later, and they have not given a timeline on when they expect that. So
I guess my answer is why? Like, why would I go from my phone to TV? What's so good about this reel that would make me want to put it on my television?
Yeah, watching Instagram on TV.
I'm just why? I'm just asking. I don't know. I
wouldn't. Like I said, I watch on the phone, but I ain't gonna connect it to my TV.
Because the closest thing to that already is YouTube.
Which is what they're competing against, is what they want to be like.
But
so,
not for nothing, my daughter watches YouTube on her television. Like, that's her thing. She doesn't watch regular cable. She watches YouTube and YouTube shows on her.
But it's long form. Instagram, the videos won't exceed 3 minutes. So it's like, why do I need to watch that on my TV? It's meant for the phone. Yeah.
That's a good point. It is only 3 minutes. With YouTube, you can watch a little bit longer. So we'll see what happens with that. And lastly, have you guys bought your Powerball tickets yet? There's no winner on Wednesday.
I'm about to now. I hear Charlamagne and Envy talking about it all the time. I'm about to start playing.
I know Charlamagne about to pull it out of his wallet.
You got yours already? It's mine from Monday. I got to buy mine for the day, but this mine.
I'm going to get mine.
So you got to buy every day?
No. You buy
Monday,
every
Wednesday,
drawing.
and Saturday is Powerball.
Okay. And how much is it? $5 or $2?
Powerball
is $2. It's $2. There was no winner on Monday, so that jackpot has jumped to $1.25 billion.
I need that.
Okay.
Yes, it is the 6th largest jackpot ever, you guys, and the cash option is about $572 million.
Jesus Christ!
And how much of that, if you win, how much of that do you got to pay?
Well, 572 minus taxes, so half of that.
What would the taxes be?
Half of that, around half.
Damn. All right.
Yep. So you better get your ticket tonight. The drawing is tonight, and we'll see if there's a winner. The odds are like 1 in 292 million, something like that. Yeah, but you never know.
Yeah.
You know, could be the lucky winner.
That's right.
So we'll see if there is a winner tomorrow, and that is it, y'all. That is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV for more stories. Follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app or visit binnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thanks, Mimi.
Thank you.
Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?